The fundamentalist modernist controversy was a time of great debate in America. Many people during this time were struggling with the idea or question that as a society evolves, should religion do the same? Those that agreed with this were called the modernists. They were proponents of Darwinism, Pentecostal movements, and the advancement of many other non-Protestant groups in America. There were many hot-button issues during this time. For example, the Immaculate Conception or the virgin birth, the right to teach Darwinism or evolution in public schools. I am specifically going to discuss how William Jennings Bryan influenced the movement and how he was so involved in the outcome. William Jennings Bryan was an outspoken politician that 3 times became the Democratic candidate for the President of the United States of America. He lost all 3 times to the Republican nominee and was then asked by President Woodrow Wilson to become the Secretary of State under him in his cabinet. Before entering politics, William Jennings Bryan was a lawyer, and in this field of law is where he would become best known for his fundamentalist ideas while doing the Scopes monkey trial. During this great controversy in America, a group called the American Civil Liberties Union decided to push for the right to teach the fact of evolution in public schools. In Tennessee, the Butler Act had been passed. This act forbade the teaching of evolution or Darwinism in any classroom. The ACLU found a man named John T. Scopes. Scopes had disobeyed the Butler Act by teaching out of a biology book in a class that he was substituting in that had evolution in it. The defense would be led by an atheist man named Clarence Darrow. The prosecution was led by Jennings Bryan. Bryan was a firm fundamentalist that believed once you change certain things, specifically the fundamentals of Christianity, that it would no longer be Christianity. The fundamentals were what made Christianity Christianity. The judge in the trial was also a fundamentalist and backed Jennings Bryan throughout the entire case. Bryan was running away with the trial when Darrow got the idea to call Bryan to the stand as an expert on the Bible. William Jennings Bryan got a little overconfident and agreed that he would do this. He had read the Bible several times, and while on the stand he was asked a series of questions about the literal interpretation of the Bible. Jennings Bryan stated that he believed the Bible was literal and therefore the fundamentals were not up for debate. This worked well until the question of a 7-day creation. Clarence Darrow would stump Bryan when asking if he believed in a literal 24-hour day in Genesis 1. When Bryan answered that he did not necessarily believe that it had to be a 24-hour literal day, his entire case fell apart and he would end up losing. Bryan would die later that year and has left a legacy of fundamental defense. Though he lost the Scopes monkey trial, he's remembered fondly and stood behind his beliefs until death.